All right, this week I talked to Lanre. I don't know how to pronounce that. My buddy. He talks about his problems with dating. Basically, kind of like putting himself down on how much he's a loser. I don't think he's a loser, though, but check out his shirt. Enjoy.
And here we are with what should I call you? Who should I call you?
Lanre.
Lanre. Lanre. I don't know how to pronounce that. He was gonna say that, folks. He was gonna say that.
Oh man. Well, we was gonna get into a whole bunch of things today, and one of the things we're gonna get into was mistakes.
Mistakes. Okay.
Mistakes I've made many, many times, different situations with women. Just I'm a complete dumbass.
See, you don't talk to me about your dates so much, so I don't know. So I'm kind of, so I'm thinking like, he's not that bad, you know?
No.
But how bad are you?
Let's historically probably, I couldn't even believe how stupid I am and stuff. It's just that's what it boils down to, the stupidity of it all.
Give me some examples, like from the first.
Well,
where did it start?
Let's start with the least stupid, and then move on to more stupid.
And then you got this shirt.
Of course, man.
Pull it up. Pull it up.
Of course.
Speaking of more stupid, okay.
Of course. I remember I was on like a second date with a girl and stuff.
Yeah.
And we're,
it
was the first date went pretty good. We went out, got something to eat, whatever. A nice conversation. Then we went on a second date. I think we was down at the boardwalk, whatever. Nice time. But on the drive there, people bring up their past relationships and different stuff like that. And everybody's been hurt. Is all what it is and stuff like that. So things are going good, moving good, or whatever. Their son was there, or whatever, stuff like that. We're moving forward.
Son was there. Okay.
Yeah. So it was a date, but her 1-year-old was there too. So she, how it works and stuff like that. So, after the whole date's over and stuff like that, the words that I'm about to say sounds completely stupid now.
I'm worried.
But I said, I'm not a relationship type of person.
Yeah.
Now, what I meant to say was, I don't have a history of relationships. I wasn't trying to say I don't want to be in a relationship with you.
Right.
I was trying to say I'm not, I don't have a history of relationships and stuff. And, I don't want to mess this up and stuff like that. But because of stupidity, I phrased it completely wrong.
Right.
Now, knowing that little factor, it kind of moved me to another. Well, no. That was probably like the small stupidity right there. That was small stupidity. Because everything is not chronologically in my head. So I don't even remember chronologically. I just remember more and more screw ups. And stuff. But another one which was really good. I met this girl at a club and stuff like that. Another thing too, meeting people at the club, I don't know, it's a little different when you meet people at the club. It's more of, it's good and bad because, they're going off of sex appeal and stuff like that. But you meet the person, but at the same time, you didn't really get into a conversation with someone when you first meet them and stuff. So met somebody at the club and then, went on a date with them and stuff. At the time, I thought it was a respectable restaurant. I took it to Olive Garden, How am I supposed to know?
Olive Garden.
This isn't respectable.
Fake Italian. An Italian would never go there. Not that we're Italian. Not that we're Italian, but
But it tastes good. Olive Garden tastes good. It's good breadsticks. It's good salad. Well, salad's nice, but whatever. We get there. We start talking and stuff. She started talking about, hey, how often y'all go to the club? Now, here's where I said something stupid.
Mhm.
I said, well, anytime, we have money, that's when we go. So sometimes one person can't go because they ain't got no money. Sometimes I don't go because I don't got any money or something like that. This is not something you want to say on a date. You do not want to say, sometimes I'm broke.
Jeez, I don't even say that.
One of the things.
Basically, I just do it. It's like I basically just tell him I'm broke when I tell him to yogurt. I take him to Yogurt Land and spends $7 on the whole date total.
Yeah,
so it's $350 and $350. That's how I do it.
See, that's smart because you're taking them simple somewhere and you're trying to you got to have an amazing conversation to pull something like that off. But dates going on and stuff like that, and then here's where the problem comes in. She asked, "Do you want to go Dutch?"
Damn. She felt bad for you.
And I said, "Sure."
She felt bad for you, bro.
But again, one stupid thing leads to another stupid thing. This was my opportunity to say no.
Well, how old were you at this time?
That's another thing. I probably don't remember all the different ages, but let's throw in there. Maybe I was 25, maybe.
It's not that.
Maybe I was something like that.
25,
Yeah. That's another thing too. I don't remember exactly all the ages of every time all these things and stuff. I can remember time periods, but not really. So who knows? I doubt I was 30. I doubt it. But
yeah.
But I know it was like a time, So we'll say 24, 25. Immediately, going Dutch and stuff like that. And after I've never seen this person ever again.
Yeah.
It's just what it is and stuff. That was a really terrible moment right there. That was bad.
So you never got a second date?
Nah. There's no way you're getting a second date.
You come back from that,
Yeah. Once you go Dutch and stuff, once you talk about being broke, and then you actually, go Dutch and stuff. She basically said, "I don't want anything to do with this person."
Well, I've taken girls out where I've spent like $50, $60 on dinners, and that's pretty decent amount for someone who's not rich.
Nah, you got to get into like the $80, $100 range.
For someone who's cheap, 50, 60 is a lot. And I never got a second date. I mean, what's crazy to me is that there's people who, like, I used to volunteer for a homeless shelter, and there's like these homeless guys are hooked, and homeless women are hooking up. They're getting dates. They're dating. I can't get a date.
Yeah, I guess when you have nothing, you can actually sit there and not worry about what the other person has.
Yeah,
it's a little different, but once you're a part of society, you got to follow the guidelines, the rules, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and that's the thing too. I don't think I ever knew the rules. I don't think I actually knew what was
really.
Yeah,
I knew the rules, but I just never cared for it. Like, screw this. I was like that. I mean, you know the way I am.
You just can't go Dutch. It's just one of those things.
Yeah.
And then
these days you kind of can. Back then,
I don't know if you can.
No, I mean they're more independent. Women are more independent minded these days. I think.
Well, again, maybe that's the people you meet. People I meet.
Well, how's dating now?
Oh, awful. I'm on these dating websites right now. The popular ones, the Hinge.
Okay, Cupid. I don't do well on Bumble.
I don't know.
Tinder.
I don't even want to be on Tinder because I think Tinder is the wrong thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find something where you're trying to find a
My sister found her husband on there.
On Tinder?
They're married, second kid on the way.
Well, again, it's just if you go for that connection first, and you never know, you can start up a conversation later. I guess I don't know, but I'm failing at websites. I'm not tech savvy. I don't know. It's tough to start a conversation with somebody that's a stranger. What are good conversation starters and stuff?
You're asking me?
Hey, how do you rob a bank?
No.
I mean, what would be a good everything I say is how are you doing? How's your day?
You just go take it from there.
Nah, that doesn't get any responses.
I love how your shirt is the victim is the only thing I posted.
but it's just yeah, everything you start off with is terrible and stuff. And if you just start off like so many women on profiles and bios say, "Oh, don't just jump in talking about sex."
Yeah.
So
you gotta keep it in your pants. I used to just be like, hey.
Yeah, the pics. I heard the pics is crazy and stuff. People throwing this out you. I'm like, wow.
You know what? It's crazy. On dating profiles, they want somebody who's drug and disease free. I put a picture up of my HIV negative card on OkCupid, and they denied it. Like they took it away.
Oh man, they said, yeah, no, this doesn't prove anything.
I was like, oh shoot. You know what I do now? Like last girl I dated, I sent her my blood test because like like regularly I take my STD testing. I do my STD testing, and I sent her like I think before and afterwards after I've dated her. Or
yeah, it's good to be open. You should be revealing what you have and stuff before you have sex.
Yeah, I like to lay it all out. You know what I mean? But some of these women but I can tell they're not. But then again, that doesn't mean anything if I can tell they're not. You know what I mean?
I don't know. It's really tough on these dating websites. You go into one. I mean, Hinge. I'm sending messages to the ether. I don't know what's happening. I've never even seen if someone respond to me on Hinge. I don't even know what happens. Maybe I might even push the button. I have no clue. But you just send a message and you're just like, but again, how are you doing? They probably get what, 100 of these, maybe 1,000 of these or something like that.
Yeah.
They probably like whatever and stuff like that. Bumble, you might match with somebody. You're like, all right, I matched. What happens after that?
Mm.
You have to wait for them to respond to you, to say something to you.
Yeah.
That never happens. The 24, 48 hours is up. You're done. Now you're off doing it again, stuff like that. Plenty of Fish, I'll admit, you actually can send out messages to Plenty of Fish and respond. But here's where the other problem comes in. There's so many scammers on there.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many people that's from another country. There's so many people that's like, one person I'm texting her from the real, phone and stuff like that, texting back and forth and stuff. And every moment of what she was saying, she sounded like, the text messages, you see broken English. You just knew like, okay, you're not from this country. I was like, hey, when you grew up, what country you came from? She's like, oh, no, I was born in California, but my family is from, Poland.
Yeah.
But the whole time I'm like, nah, you're completely not American. I could tell and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, she just bursted out into her cryptocurrency.
She probably wasn't even a woman. She's probably a guy. Probably like some guy from India. A lot of scammers are coming from India. What's up with that?
I don't know. But the cryptocurrency, what's that called when you try to sell it to somebody? But whatever.
I'm not into that. Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever the cryptocurrency like scam she was trying to do, all of a sudden it was perfect English. It was now all of a sudden it was intelligent.
It was probably scripted and shit.
Yeah, it was like a huge text just sent, boom, and I'm like, wow, that's a huge text to send in less than 40 seconds. But I was like, wow. She's telling me, yeah, Jeff Bezos, he does cryptocurrency. I was like, wait a second, Jeff Bezos? You mean the guy that lost the most money ever in human history? You talking about that guy?
How much did he lose?
Like 50 billion. He has the world record of the most money ever lost.
From what?
From cryptocurrency.
I thought maybe just like,
and his whole Tesla thing and all the stuff, stocks went down. I'm like, come on. But I was like, oh, this is a scam and stuff. There was somebody else that was from Ghana. She was nice. She FaceTimed me. I don't really do the Jetson phone thing. It's kind of weird and stuff, the Jetson phone. But I was
the Jetson phone?
Yeah, the Jetsons. You FaceTime. That's
Oh.
That's the whole idea of FaceTime. That's why first time I ever saw FaceTime was Jetsons.
Jetsons?
Yeah.
I gotta watch that cartoon.
I guess it's just me, but yeah, she was nice. We had nice conversations and stuff, and it was nice chat and stuff. But then she started asking me, "Hey, can you set up a Venmo so I can get my business and stuff like that?" And I was just like, "Wait, what?"
Jesus.
I was like, "Oh,
yeah, these are not women. They're guys. I'm sure they're guys.
Well, she FaceTimed me, so she was a woman.
Oh, she was a woman.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
She was a woman. Yeah. But still, I can't.
Was she hot? Was she real? Like, was she the person in the picture?
Yeah, she was the exact same person and stuff.
When was this?
That was mad recent. This is
send me a picture.
All this stuff of the internet and everything I've done for dating websites. I might have just started doing this last.
Send me a picture. Let's show.
Last. What was that? I don't know. Maybe like January. I probably started doing this around January and stuff like that. So yeah, that was one of those things. But nah, it was a failure. That was a failure. But I'm trying to find somebody.
Yeah.
It's still tough. It's still tough. That's what I do all day. It feels like I just read bios, find out what people are and stuff.
I asked my cousin, and she's from the Philippines, and she's living in Canada now. Like, hey, do you have anybody I can not hook up with? Like, I can marry. Hey, I'm looking for a wife. And then she's like, oh, no, nobody right now. But then she's like, oh, I have a 9-year-old. I have a 9-year-old. I have a friend since I've known who I've known since I was 9, and she lives in Oman. I'm talking to her, but I don't know what's happening. I think I overdid it with my personality on Sunday. So I spoke to her on Sunday. We were talking, and all of a sudden Monday comes. Like, yeah, I'm busy. So it's almost like a drop, a complete drop in activity in engagement,
this
conversation.
Is the problem of long distance.
I was like, oh,
shoot, and stuff. You could easily access the phone and access the person, but you can't really, access them.
Right.
And again, people get busy. There's moments and times when you just
she's like, yeah, but I miss the companionship. You know what I mean? I enjoyed the companionship, but now that she's not there, it's like
But I don't know. I met the cousin from Canada. I don't know. She wasn't ready. She wasn't ready to talk to someone like me. I don't.
No. This is a different cousin from Canada. No. This is the cousin that you met is much. I think the cousin you met is younger.
Oh, okay.
The one that the other cousin I met that I was talking to helped me out. She's a little older. She's actually a nurse.
She looked like the cousin I'm talking about. She was secluded. She looked like she didn't know much about how your family was.
No. She doesn't. She grew up in Vancouver.
Yeah. Totally different than New Jersey.
Totally opposite.
Yeah. But see, that's another thing of the difficulty and stuff that runs into it.
Yeah.
And I remember somebody else, terrible. Oh, this was terrible. So they immediately showed me no interest. You meet them at I had a second job, or just like whatever. You meet them, they had no interest or something like that. And then somehow out of nowhere, they pretended to have some interest. And, people always throw out red flags and stuff like that, but I'm not, I'm not a referee. I don't know. I don't have a flag. So then all of a sudden I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right. And then it's like, hey, you want to go out or you want to, hang out or something like that? Like, all right.
Yeah.
Hang down. And I really didn't get the vibe that they might have liked me, but they may not have and stuff. So I took them out, another respectful restaurant, took them to Fridays.
Yeah.
Had a nice little, whatever. Thought it was a nice conversation and stuff. But as we were going more and more into more and more dates and stuff like that, all of a sudden she was bringing her friends. And this is where the overcompensation came in from going Dutch with the other girl.
Yeah.
Now I'm not just paying for dinner, I'm paying for friends' dinners. And it just kept getting,
cool.
yeah. And then all of a sudden, I just realized this girl really doesn't like me. She just wants a free meal.
She's just using it.
And then it was just like more and more. I'm just like, all right. I was like, I gotta walk away here. I gotta just like, you know, not deal with this anymore. Obviously, it sucks because you still meet this person at the second. You know, you still meet this person at my second job. So, but you know, I kind of go out. You know, I don't think you're interested. And left it at that. But yeah, that was another historically. That's the thing too. When you're actually in this pursuit of love, you're gonna run into a bunch of people that are gonna use you, and that's another thing too. You don't want to be darkened by that, but you will be.
Yeah,
you will be. It's just one of those things.
So what do you think is wrong?
Oh no! Oh, totally. What happens to me is you don't believe you deserve happiness.
Oh yeah.
Something happens. You sabotage yourself in some type of way. You do something stupid or do something that causes a problem, even though the other person has presented themselves as who they are, and you presented yourself as who you are. Something goes wrong, and either they're trying to change you or you're trying to a little bit change them. Because you think maybe it might go a little deeper. So you immediately do something. Well, I do something. I'm not gonna say you, but I do something where it causes something to go wrong. So it's either not moving fast enough sexually, moving too fast sexually. Maybe it could be something about who knows? The conversation could go somewhere else. You know, if you're actually talking to a Christian person, maybe, me swearing like a sailor is not a good idea. But if you meet somebody where they're swearing like a sailor, maybe then, let's not have a conversation about God.
So, what do you typically like dating? Like kind of women?
I think
White
my
women,
one friend said,
Hispanic, Black.
He said it best. You kind of want a Powerpuff Girl.
What was that?
You want somebody that's not gangster. It comes off like, I rob banks, I kill people. You don't want anything like that. You kind of want a Powerpuff Girl. You want a girl that is kind of sensitive, delicate. That's what you're really looking for. You're looking for somebody where you can open up to and they can open up to you. It's
a lot of people are like that.
And, I know, but that's basically what you're looking for. You're looking for a cuddler. That's what you're really looking for. You're looking for somebody like that. And I know it comes weird off from me, but yeah, that's what you're really looking for. And it's a Powerpuff Girl. It's somebody like that. I know it's a weird thing to throw out there, but yeah, because I think the boss girl. I know what the proper term is, but
when you say boss and Powerpuff Girl, that's like a Filipino girl, like a fierce girl. Filipino women are like very.
Nah, Powerpuff doesn't mean you're tough. You think Powerpuff is more of the tough? I didn't watch the show.
No, just from the words I'm hearing.
Powerpuff Girl is like more of I think more of a delicate girl, more of a
really
girly girl kind of person.
Powerpuff
and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. That was the metaphor he used, and it kind of like stuck with me a little bit. But I don't know. It's one of those things. So I don't know. Ethnicity wise,
I'm looking it up right now.
Well, I mean, that was his metaphor, so it's not like something off the internet. But I don't know. Ethnicity wise, I think I've dated a lot of Black girls, so that happened to be, where things, went wrong for me, and dated some white girls and stuff like that.
It went wrong for you dating Black girls?
Yeah, I think
it's too much for you.
No, a bunch of that went terrible or something like that. I mean, every relationship I had went terrible. Obviously, that's why I'm still single. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, the mix of it all has happened. But I think I've tried it all: the Hispanic girls, white girls, Black girls. Yeah. Not Asian though. I don't think Asians like me. I'm not.
Oh really?
I don't have that now. Women are in general, but that's not important.
No.
But But something about Asian girls, I just don't know what it is. I think an Asian girl's looking for something else different than me. I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's just, and that's another thing. I may talk to, New Jersey and something like that. I don't know. The Asian girls I ran into, it didn't really work out or something like that, or it wouldn't work out. It would have never worked out. I don't know. So ethnicity wise, I'm wide open. I always said that as a kid.
You may want to go to Philippines. You may find somebody there.
No, that's not the way to go.
I know somebody that's going to the Philippines just to find a wife.
I gotta find an American. I'm American. I can't.
I like traditional. I like traditional women. I don't mind American women, but I'd rather have like my cousin married a woman from Eastern Europe. She's very traditional. She's cool.
No, let me tell you something about this whole traditional nonsense. Here's the problem. My grandfather didn't know how to boil water. So my grandmother had to go and cook everything in the kitchen. And then she would bring the meal to the table. Is that something you're looking for? That's what you're looking for?
No, not necessarily.
That's the traditional thing that people are talking about when they talk about this stuff. And some Hispanic cultures, people still do that, where the man sits at the table.
No, I would help out. I like cooking.
Brings the food to the table and stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't feel comfortable with this at all. I gotta cook myself. I gotta do stuff. I gotta be in the kitchen. I gotta, see what you're doing. I gotta be there. Mm. I can't sit there and somebody brings you your food. I'm like, it's not a restaurant.
Yeah, my father, he would cook, like he'd change the oil in the cars and then go inside and make dinner. Yeah. That's the kind of man he was. He didn't do laundry. He didn't vacuum though. Yeah. That's my mother's thing.
So he was a cleaner. I'm a terrible cleaner too, probably. Another one of those things that really is terrible. But yeah, just one of those things that just but no, I can't go for the traditional woman like that you're thinking of. That does all the household responsibilities, does the cooking. Sometimes I want to cook too.
Yeah, I like cooking.
I don't know. But I'm not no chef now. I'm not throwing that out there. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what people think of the traditional stuff. See, that's the whole man, woman nonsense, general roles and stuff.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm okay with you doing your thing and I'm doing my thing. I don't know. That's what I think of when I think of traditional.
Yeah.
What do you think of? What are you thinking of traditional?
Like just traditional values. It's like sticking. Like when I think of traditional, it's like they won't. No matter what, there's no divorce. You know what I mean?
Divorce. I know it sounds terrible, but do you want to stay? Do you want to stay miserable your entire life?
I'll figure out a way to make it work. That's the way. You know what I mean. Stick with it.
And that's what our grandparents did. And that's what our great grandparents did. They stayed miserable their entire lives. Do you want to do that? Some people realize that I don't want to stay miserable for my entire life.
Yeah.
You have to.
Then again, it's like I'm flexible with that, but I'd rather find somebody that can go the whole.
Yeah, you want to be there for the rest. Yeah, you want to be there with the rest of your life. That's what you want. You want to be with someone that you're going to be with there for the rest of your life. But you have to earn the rest of their life.
Yeah.
That's what I think. You got to earn the rest of their life and stuff.
All right.
But again, the guy was at 20 and the guy was at 30 and the guy you're talking to right now is not the same person.
Yeah, it was different.
Yeah, 20, I wasn't thinking about marriage. I wasn't thinking about that stuff. I wasn't thinking about let me get in a relationship. Let me, fall in love. I didn't think any of that stuff. I was just like, you're just out there living life. You're young, whatever. And then 30 came. You're like, people still telling you you're young, but in reality, you weren't. The clock is ticking.
Yeah. Worst advice I ever got was, fuck up until you're 30. Then I just kept fucking up. I just got so used to fucking up after I was 30. I was like, that was the worst advice I ever got, man. I was like, fuck. I should have started cleaning up, started thinking about stuff. Because I was graduating college and he's like, fuck up until you're 30. He's like, then I just kept experimenting.
But hey, you did it all. I mean, you went to California, got out there.
Yeah.
And that must have been fun.
I'm going to go back in due time, sooner or later.
Whole different type of women out there in California.
Yeah.
Whole different experience and stuff.
All right. You want them to? Do you have social media? You want people to follow you?
No.
That's what I was going for.
I have nothing to follow. I have nothing to do.
Gotcha.
And stuff. You gotta follow Jason.
Yeah.
Give him your stuff.